error right there. Some of you guys are writing it down, but you're writing it down wrong. So you have to write it down in the present tense. In the present tense. Okay? So look, I am going to, I've shared this with you guys before, right? Right? So I'm going to share with you a little bit of my, a little bit of what I write down, right? Now, I write this down once a week, right? I write down what I want once a week, right? So let's see. Here we are. Here we are. Let me see. This is, I write it down like every Sunday. I write it down, or it's close to it, right? Every Sunday. So let me see if I have it written. Oh, let me keep going. Oh, I got tons of stuff. Okay, I got tons of stuff back here. All right, so let me go to my most recent one that I have done. Here it is right here. Boom. 9/8, right? 9/8/15. Right? So I wrote that out. This was the last time I wrote it out. 9/8/15. Right? So here's what it says. It says my fantasy. It says, I am, present tense. I am so happy and so grateful now that I am earning $250,000 per month. What I have been dreaming about over the past year has now come to be, and I am so excited. I am living in my 5,000 square foot penthouse atop the Mandarin Oriental in Buckhead, Atlanta. As I stand in the center of my new home, I feel the joy and energy around finally getting what I knew I deserved. It is stunning and has all the decor and feng shui that I wanted. Thank goodness I hired ATL's finest interior decorator, and my style is reflected in every single room. Josiah has the best little baby's room ever. All of his toys, games, and interests are right at his fingertips. I now stand outside on my 360-degree, 768 square foot patio each morning to give thanks for my life, the abundance I continue to attract, and all the health and wealth God has afforded me. Right? And I keep on going. I am happy and grateful for my what does it say? From my new G-Wagon, right? I wanted this truck for a year and now I have it, right? Okay. So you guys are getting the point, right? You guys are getting the point, right? You have to write things down in the present tense. I am so happy now that I have this, okay? This is, all right, Great Healing. You made it live. Good. Fit my heart. Awesome. 15K formula, right? Top producer formula, vision. Exactly, right? So you got to write it. That's number one, because writing, right, this is the process. Writing causes thinking. So you got to write it first. You can't think about it, really, if you don't write it. And if you do think about it, most people think about it and then simultaneously come up with reasons why they can't have it. So you're thinking and then you undo what you just did, right? You plant the seed and you dig up the seed instantly as you plant it. You plant the flower, you dig up the flower, right? You plant the flower, you dig up the flower. And then you go out in the backyard and say, where's my flower? Right? That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. To plant the flower, then turn right back around, dig up the flower, then a week later go back out there and say, well, where's my flower? That's insane. Right? Some of you guys are doing that mentally. Mentally, you plant something, you instantaneously unplant it, and then you say, well, I guess God didn't want me to have it. No, you didn't share with God that you believed that you deserved it. So he gave you access, but you did not align. He gave you access, but you did not align, okay? So listen, I'm so happy and grateful that my annual income is my monthly income. Johnny, yes, but you got to be specific. Listen, you got to be specific in this stuff. Nobody knows what that nebulous talk is, that my annual income is my monthly income. It's great to say that, but those things are nebulous. You have to be specific. When you say that you want the birthday party somewhere, your kid says, hey, I want my birthday party somewhere better than where I had it last year, right? And you say, okay, where you want it? And they say, I don't know, just somewhere better than I had it last year. How does that help you? It doesn't help you because the child is not specific. So you as a child of God, you're speaking and you're asking for things that are not specific. So how do you expect to align with the specific thing and get the specific thing? You can't. You guys understand what I'm saying? This is not hard, but you have to you have to use your common sense. Right? Yes, the square footage and everything, the more specific you are, the more you can craft out your vision. Your vision becomes clearer the more specific that you are. You cannot have these cloudy visions, right? Cloudy vision, it's hard to see it, isn't it? If you're driving in the fog, it's hard to see. And when it's hard to see, you start slowing down. And you start slowing down, you might even pull over and stop, right? So you cannot be vague. Exactly, Serena. You have to be specific, but then you can't ask for it as if you don't have it either. You have to ask for it in the present tense. So this is what writing is, okay? So writing is step one. Writing causes thinking, right? Now thinking, that's step number 2 in the manifestation process, thinking. So what is it that you're thinking about? See, you should be reading your fantasy that you write out every single day, multiple times a day, because you wrote it once a week. You're writing it once a week, but you are now thinking about it consistently all the time. And you're even visualizing it when you're thinking, even if you're not reading it. If you're sitting on the train, or you got some downtime at work, and you just you go outside to take a little 15-minute break. Instead of going out there just going out there talking to your coworkers, how about you go out there and create something in your life? How about you go out there and you visualize what's in your fantasy?